Okay, so be completely honest with me. When was the last time you actually ironed something? Do you even own an iron? Or are you one of those people, like me sometimes, who just hangs it in the bathroom and hopes that the steam fixes it? If you said yes to any of this, then this video is for you. And if you're wondering whether I iron my clothes, well, full disclosure, I'll put my hands up, I'll own it. I iron my hair, but I very rarely iron my clothes. Now, when I went to a lunch in Italy. I made a huge faux pas. I made what the locals call a laundry sin. The Italians are very, shall we say, precious about clothes, what you wear and how you wear it. And they still send stuff to the dry cleaners and for ironing. And it's about €3 to iron a shirt. For me, I just buy a new shirt. Now, I showed up to lunch probably with a wrinkled shirt. I mean, probably straight out of my suitcase, and I got a mini lecture about how things are done. I thought I showed up, like effortlessly chic. I fit in. Well, I guess I blew that one. And did you know that in Japan? Well, it turns out that in Japan, they iron their clothes to remove bad energy. Now, this resonates with me. This really resonates with me, but the bottom line is I can't even remove wrinkles. I mean, wrinkles from my clothes. Wrinkles from the face, we have this little thing called Botox and baby Botox. So notice the cultural contrast and why people iron clothes. Now, before we get started on today's session, I have three little questions for you. And if you answer yes to any of them, then hit that like button. Do you still iron your clothes? Do wrinkles actually bother you anymore? And would you even recognize an iron if someone handed it to you? I mean, let's be honest, it's no longer that traditional iron. I do have one of those steamer things. Not great, not great, just to be honest with you. Now, let's move on to our reading, if you are ready. And if you are wondering whether my shirt is ironed today, the answer is no. It was hanging in the closet. It has a pattern on it, so if there are any wrinkles, you can't see it. But I am heading to Milan, so maybe another fashion faux pas. Let's dive into today's reading. Ironing used to be an unquestioned part of daily life. Take a moment, think about it. Do you have images, memories of your grandmother ironing clothes? Maybe your mom doing it? Right. A crisp shirt or dress wasn't just about appearance, it was a symbol of discipline, of professionalism, and respect. But today, that tradition seems to be fading fast. Do you agree with that? Let me know in the comments. Sometimes you see people who look like they just rolled out of bed. I'm not that bad. A recent question posted on Threads asked for signs. How many of you still own an iron and know how to use it? The replies were surprisingly divided. Some said they still use their iron weekly, while others admit they hadn't touched one in years. I'm curious, when was the last time you used an iron? I'm going to say it was probably about a week or two ago because I was going out for lunch and I had taken my jeans to the laundromat, so they were washed and tumble dried, but they were wrinkled. So I grabbed the iron and I ironed out the wrinkles. So when was the last time you used an iron? I'm looking for the comment that says 20 years ago. So please pop your comments down below. A 2023 UK survey revealed that around 3 out of every 10 adults under 35 don't even own an iron. Are you part of that demographic? Please do let me know. Why? Why don't you guys own an iron? Lifestyle and fashion have changed. Offices have gone casual, fewer suits, fewer button downs, and far few reasons to stand over a hot board. I mean, why iron clothes when you could spend that time ironing your hair? Now, since the pandemic, many people have traded those crisp collars for comfort. By the way, I cannot wear collars. This is a Mandarin collar, Chinese collar. I can wear that. Those crisp collars, I feel like I'm being hanged with a hangman noose. I just can't do it. Wrinkles just don't offend people the way they used to. Yeah, because everyone's focusing on, oh, she's got bags under her eyes, she's got wrinkles around her eyes, and her face is wrinkled, and her neck is wrinkled. No one cares about whether your clothes are wrinkled, honey. Plus, with the rise of wrinkle release sprays, handheld steamers, and even hair straighteners for emergencies, the classic iron has lost its monopoly. Ironing has shifted from being a must to a choice. For some, it's a small act of control in a chaotic world. For others, it's simply unnecessary. So while the iron may not be extinct yet, it's definitely losing steam. And yes, that's a pun. That's a play on the word steam. And we're going to look at what losing steam means pretty soon. So don't go away. So yes, that's a pun. That's a play on words on the word steam, on the phrase losing steam. So yeah, pun, fully intended, fully intended. But wait a minute. We have to talk about Japan. Let's turn to Japan. In Japan, ironing isn't just about looking neat. It's a quiet ritual of mindfulness. Many Japanese people feel or believe that smoothing out wrinkles is a way to remove negative energy from their day. Each stroke of the iron represents restoring balance and harmony, the same mindset found in tea ceremonies. I love those. I love those. The mindfulness of it all. It's almost a meditation, right? So it's the same mindset found in tea ceremonies or Zen gardening. The act is less about perfection and more about presence, taking a moment to care for your clothes, your space, and yourself. It's a small, graceful, elegant reminder that order outside can create calm inside. I said this recently. I bought a fabulous coat and people were saying, wow. And I said, my outer world is a manifestation of my inner goals. But here we are flipping the script and saying that order outside can create calm inside. And to be honest with you guys, I am on a quest to do that. I have a lot of chaos around me because I'm often juggling 10 projects at a time, but I have started creating these little Zen zones. On my desk, I now have yellow roses, a vanilla candle, and a diffuser. I've also got my multivitamins and a hand cream and ibuprofen. Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm not perfect. I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest to create order outside of me so that it can translate into calm inside. Now, I do need to know, where do you stand on the ironing debate? Let's talk about some vocab. Really advanced, C1, C2, losing steam. When you lose steam, it means you're slowing down, you're losing energy. You could also be losing popularity if you are on social media. So if a project is dragging on, you're losing energy, you're losing enthusiasm, you are losing steam. And dress to impress. Well, in Italy, there are all these unwritten rules. You do dress to impress, you dress for the occasion. So if I'm dressing to impress, I'm going to wear clothes that make me look professional, that make me look stylish. I'll fit in. So dress to impress. Do you think that you can use that phrase? Use it in the comments. And to let one's hair down. Well, my hair is up today, but if I let my hair down, literally and figuratively, well, it means to relax, to be informal. So when it comes to office wear nowadays, people have become more casual, more relaxed. They've let their hair down. Another way I could use this phrase is when I'm hanging out with my best friend, I just let my hair down. I'm relaxed, I'm informal. You probably do it. When you're chatting with friends, you forget about grammar and you use fun words. And by the way, in my group classes, my students always let their hair down. They relaxed, they informal, they're not thinking in terms of grammar, they're thinking in terms of conversation. And they are hitting it out of the park. Let me tell you, they are. Now, old school would be traditional, not modern ways. So if you're studying English with an old school institution, you still have your nose, your head buried in a textbook from 2003. There's still some from 1990 that are being used. Now, the old school methods, the traditional methods, these are not modern. In the past, old school. Think about your grandfather. I remember mine. He wore a suit and a tie, a button-down collar. Cufflinks. OMG. I remember my dad used to wear cufflinks. This is all very old school. I don't think I've seen anyone wear cufflinks in a long, long time. That's all very old school. So maybe ironing a shirt feels old school today. Now, we've discussed a lot. You've heard me do the reading. And what would you say the reading was about? If you had to summarize it, what would you say the reading was about? Did you say that ironing is less common now? I agree with you. That's basically the crux or the gist of this reading. Now, we'll start with ironing is less common now. There's nothing wrong with that sentence. But we want to level it up. Let's change the grammar around. Let's play with some grammar. People don't iron their clothes as often as they used to. Or we could say, in recent years, ironing has become less of a necessity and more of a choice. Also, a lot of the fabrics that are being used today don't really need ironing. Do you agree with that? Let me know. And the shift toward casual fashion has made ironing almost irrelevant in daily life. I mean, I think if you iron your jeans once, and then many people wear them multiple times, I believe Victoria Beckham says she hasn't washed her jeans for years. I don't know your thoughts on that. Let me know. But I think, the kind of casual fashion that's worn nowadays makes ironing almost irrelevant in daily life. And do you agree with this one? As comfort takes priority over presentation, the iron's role in modern culture has started to fade. Yes, I do believe that fashion has become more about comfort than presentation. I mean, sometimes when I want to do the presentation and I want to dress to kill, I'll put on a silk scarf and then as I'm going out the door, I'm ripping it off because it's comfort first. For me, it's comfort first. Put me in a pair of track pants, though to be honest with you, if I want track pants, I prefer them in cashmere. Oh gosh, I love it. I love comfort, but I also love really good fabrics. And let's look at our final sentence. Once a symbol of order and respectability, yet in 1960, ironing now stands as a quiet relic, something from the past. It should be in a museum of a more polished and pressurized past. Those people in the past standing there with their irons were really under a lot of pressure to create this polished persona. And as we go through today's little video, I'd like you to tell me what everyday habits do you think are slowly losing steam? Now, tell me which sentence resonates the most with you. People don't iron anymore. People don't care about wrinkles. People's habits show shifting values. Fashion reflects how relaxed society has become. The way we treat our clothes reveals how we treat ourselves. I'd like to know your thoughts. Which sentence resonates with you? And if you are done ironing your shirts, you're not doing that anymore, but you're not done with English, then take a moment to like and subscribe, because here on Everyday English with me, Nas, we don't just learn English, we press it. That's another word for iron something. Press your clothes, iron your clothes. We stretch it, we wear it with confidence. So if you want to elevate your English, you need to sign up today, because it's English every day with me, Nas. And I guess I will see you tomorrow, but it is ciao for now.